We are talking with Eric Padilla.
How would they know about me?
You're world famous, so it's probably really how they
So
know.
true. In our worlds, in your world, in my world.
Yes, this world right here, you are
Yeah.
famous.
Yeah. Infamous, maybe.
That too. You can be both.
Are you really ready to make the change that you say you want to make? Most of the time, people say they do want to make a change, but they're not ready. Their body says no. And then that's the first hurdle we have to overcome. You can't just be powerless and notice it. You can be able to view it from the outside. So that means that the you that's seeing that is creating an illusion for yourself, correct? So people can't hurt you unless you decide to be hurt. But let me explain to you something. There's a reaction and a response. A reaction is not thinking. It's not stepping back and taking a breath and going, hey, does this bring me back into my old pattern? Or do I choose to be in the new pattern where I know everybody is a vibrational match to what they're getting? It's not saying that you can't have compassion for somebody. I'm not for people getting hurt or being in situations. You could see it and offer your prayers and your support to see the situation be improving. You can support it that way, or you can choose it to be angry and choose to bring yourself into that shit spiral. There's a difference in reacting, the definition of reacting, and the definition of a response. Great story is the Buddha sitting there, this woman's coming to see him, and she is freaking out, telling him, you don't know what you're talking about. All this stuff is bullshit. And he just sat there, listened to it. And when she finished, she said, thank you. And she walked away. And then his disciple said, hey, what's the deal? Why didn't you say something to her? And he said, every person has gifts, and I can choose to unwrap them or not. It's up to me. So you have the choice to choose to be powerless, to have fear from the outside things, which is creating a vibration within yourself that's going to attract them more, or you're going to be able to shift your position and look at things like, okay, that's just what's happening to those people because that's the vibration that they're creating within themselves, their belief system, which is triggering their emotions to get these things to reoccur. Does that make sense?
So that first thing, the first
Mhm.
question is,
Are you really ready to make the change for this specific topic that we're going to work on?
okay, so do I have to have that topic in mind?
Yeah, that's helpful. I mean, that's what
Okay.
we're here for, right? We're picking out a question and then.
Okay, that means I have to think about what that topic is.
Oh, if you want to do something for yourself, that's fine. You can also just be sitting here with me and pipe in when you think I'm being stupid or, whatever.
Okay, I think that might be better for me. Yeah, and you could get stupid sometimes, so yeah,
So true.
better for
I
me to
have a
be
big
here.
stupid meter inside of me and it goes off sometimes.
By the way, I haven't known Eric very long, but he has the same name as my brother, and it just feels like I'm talking to my brother. And so I will jab him as often as I can just to get back at
Yeah,
my
she
brother.
seems to get a little personal sometimes from me. So the next question is, are you willing to make the change? That's the next test question. It's everybody has to decide where they want to be and how they want to move forward. Just know that it isn't who you are. It's just information patterns that you are identifying with and calling it you. It's like saying, I'm angry, but you're not angry. You're feeling anger. The anger is structured from that belief, and then you're identifying it as being angry or fearful or powerless. So refocus on what's something that makes you feel really good, like a person, place, or thing, dog, pet, person. Now tap into that in your heart, put your hand on your heart and say, I am invincible. I contain it all. Nothing can harm me unless I choose to be harmed. Okay. Can you agree with that? So if you do contain it all, then you're the one that created the powerlessness feeling. You have to have great power to create that feeling. It's like a vortex pulling you in. If you have that thing, you'll just laugh at it. Oh, it's a big pattern. I got this other pattern of this person here, and I'm creating her and I'm giving her energy, and she needs that love and support. And the more energy I give, when that energy field becomes as big or bigger than that old, it'll be very hard for you to get there. Even when something absolutely tragic happens to you, you have the ability to stop and go, this isn't me. That's not who I am. The girl that rocks the world, who takes care of everything, who's a giver and a receiver, that's her. That's who I am. This is not who I am. Touch, connect, shake it out, whatever it takes to physically move your state. If you're by yourself at home, dance, tell yourself, I'm a wonderful, I'm the one, I'm the most amazing. I love myself. Make rituals for yourself to support that. Get up in the morning, look yourself in the mirror when you're brushing your teeth and getting ready and say, I'm fucking amazing, man. I am amazing. Everything is always working out for me, even the impossible. I make it happen. I make it happen. Reinforce it with physical movements, with body, with power, with music, whatever it takes to get yourself into that place. Give a shit what other people think. If you really want it that bad, you'll do it. Like, you're here now, you're making an effort. Janice has made a lot of effort to create a podcast and gone through a lot of steps to be the person who she is, to be out here, to work with people, to collaborate, to find ups and downs in this process. And we're two people. It matters that we're both here, we're putting it out, and then it'll grow. It's the vibrational pattern is like this, you know? And each time we add to it, each time we give more love to it and give more support to it, it gets bigger. And then that other world gets harder and harder to tap into, harder and harder to become more real. Doesn't mean it's not existing. It just means, is it the place that I want to choose to be? Okay, so what is there that's remaining that keeps you choosing to stay powerless and fearful, even angry? When you are the creator of your reality, what would you need to prepare for? Actually, if you're choosing just to have an amazing environment, then those things don't have the power to come in because you're engrossed by love. Everything in this state of mind is love and support. Everything in the places where you were looking are fear and separation orientated, structured. Okay? So now in that belief, create a new belief that's exact opposite. Every time I go outside, the world supports me. The universe has my back. No matter what I do, everything is working out, even the impossible. Great. I'm always safe. But that actually has to imply there's fear. Do you see that? If you have to be safe, you created the situation that there has to be something to be safe from. Okay, shake your arms. This will help. Yeah, just really like let it out, whatever's there, because moving the body stimulates the energy. When your state changes, think about the thing that you really love the most. Feel your hand on your heart. Connect to yourself. Say to yourself, everything is always working out for me. Whatever your mantra could be for yourself. Take a deep breath in 1 or 2 times, whatever's right for you. And then you're reset. Now approach it again. Okay? So now, again, look at where you are. You were at a 2. Ask yourself the same question that triggered that information. Where are you at? 0 is a good one. That's the old self talking that keeps you in this pattern, you know. Those patterns are living. They're never going to die. That's why it's so easy to go from like a diet when you think like, oh, I need to lose weight, and then you go on it and really good for a while, and then the next thing you know, you're like off of it and you're like down on yourself. Well, that pattern's just all the time, it's there, popping in and out of these patterns that are creations of our identity. Because you are everything, it's all in this collective. So it's just being focused and slowing down and looking at yourself, you know, when it's a challenge. And so I would like to offer you one more point. You are not speaking from I, like I feel this, I feel that, but put yourself in the I changed myself. I shifted. You shifted yourself. Take responsibility. That means the ability to respond to what's happening so you can make choices, not the responsibility that you hold the weight from everybody else or that you feel from things to do for people. It's for you to have your accountability to yourself first. If it comes up again, how do you prepare yourself? And this is like becoming a black belt, you know, at the first level, you're a white belt, you're getting beat up, you're getting hurt. You feel these things. When you're black belt at that level, even though you feel them, you're not allowing yourself to respond to how it's affecting you. Because when you're calm and you're in a clear state, you can respond to challenges, physical, mental, or emotional. We don't have to worry about it lingering unless you decide to choose to bring it back. You know, it might develop, you might find something about it that you need to be more clear about. We don't need to look in the past because we're in the present moment. There's only now. If you go in the back, that means you have to bring the past to the now, which means it's not the same past that it was when you experienced it then. That's why I said, if we look at it now, it's the pattern that we identified in this moment. Where are you at? In the moment that before we started, it's a 7, 6, 7, 8, whatever. Now, where are we now? Okay, so what's the belief that you've created in it now? I'm powerful. I create my reality. I decide if I choose to be in the shit and create fear for myself or not. Simple, you know? This kind of change work that I work with people, it's really instantaneous in the moment that you decide that it's a change for you. Everything has a matching partner. If you have war is a special word, that means you have to find peace. Those are the same things as seeing something negative. There has to be positive. If there's a safe, there has to be a defense. There has to be some kind of protection. So what I'm offering you is to look at the words. You can choose however you want to respond or react, but I know these two words imply special awarenesses. And you can think about it, process it. So that's where I think we can let it go at, and we can, if Janice, if you would like to say something.
Thank you for diving deeper because that's something that I find I'll go back to something, but like you said, it's a different iteration of that thing.
So a lot of people, when I work with them in the beginning, they struggle a lot with this concept, right? To not talk about that story, the past story, and they're always doing the comparison. I want to know where you are now, where do you want to go, and how does it feel when you see yourself in that feeling right now? And then we lock it in. We hold that position and we say, wow, this is who I am and what I am, and I've chosen this. Niece, anything you want to add, talk about, or
When you said, oh, just change the definition, to me, I mean, that was mind blowing because that's such a quick tool that any of us can use. We can
right.
just decide to change the definition.
Yeah, you own all of them. You contain them all within you. If it goes, it doesn't go anywhere and you don't get it from anywhere, you know? It's like when you're sad, you're like, oh, where did the sadness come from? And then now you're happy. Where did it go? The sadness, you know? It's still existing. The patterns are still there. It's just, are you identifying with them? Are you calling them back up, you know? And if you do, it's fine. Are you looking to explore it in a deeper way? What are you looking to get more depth out of it, more clarity? You know, there's no wrong here. The intention I set for everybody is to be the highest person that they can be, to tap into that energy, you know? And I've done, I don't know, 40 years of work easy on myself, meditating, hanging out with spiritual people, going to ashrams, just delving into this to find a way for myself to be unbroken, you know, to be the best person that I could be. And I set a goal for myself to be unconditionally loving, which is really challenging every day. And maybe it's too lofty of a goal for me, but I like the idea and it keeps that flickering star for me. I can say that I face a lot of challenges on a daily basis. Everybody's got their own personal challenges. I can give you a little bit of history as I just had the last 5 years, two different cancers, a throat cancer and bone cancer. And the total of them make it really impossible for life a lot of days. So when I'm here, I'm so present and I'm so happy to help you guys and offer when you're really looking to make a shift. And I give you every ounce of whatever I have to help you guys and make that happen. That's kind of where I'm hoping and offering for you to look at it and say, okay, maybe that's a real goal for me. Maybe that's an opportunity for me to really show my growth, because in that place you have so much love and power for whatever the situation is, and understanding and compassion that is able to make a real difference than being in that place of fear and anger and emotion, because emotions are just concepts that our beliefs trigger. But if you change the belief and say, wow, everybody's going to grow from this. Like I said, I'm offering you perspective to reflect on. And if it serves you, fantastic. If it doesn't serve you, also fantastic. My focus is for every person to be in that space where they don't feel victimized or manipulated by the structure of fear and separation. It's all about love and it's all about unity. But we need everybody consciously to step individually into that space. And people aren't making that choice. They want other people to make those choices for them. And since that's been happening, everybody's getting lost, you know. Everybody, there's no person's taking accountability. You see that in everything right now. There's nobody saying, okay, we're responsible for this. Or if they do, they go, oh, well, we'll fix it over time. It's very wishy-washy. And the only way we can really shift into the timeline that you want to be in is by creating the story that you want to tell yourself and the story that you want to see, and shift it to what you really want to see mentally, emotionally, so that you can actually physically create that change. Because matter is the densest energy. It's the least effective. It's your state of mind that matters. And this means that circumstances can't create matter. They just are what they are. And our state of mind is what's so important to shift that matter, create that matter to what we want to have and where we want to be in ourselves and in the environment we're living in, where people respect each other and they're not based in fear and separation, you know, because that's where the real power comes from. I can give you this example. My friend's brother died. And when he died, he was very sad, obviously. And I said, hey, listen, you know, the spirit world can't connect with somebody who's out of alignment. Your anger and your push against this loss, that's personal for you. It isn't about your brother. So when you can get in a happy space, you can connect with your brother and he could be with you and be more closer than you had in a relationship that you had when he was physically here. Because he doesn't leave. He didn't go anywhere. Physically, his presence isn't there, but energetically, if you call on him, he's right there for you. But everybody has their level of awareness where they move to, like I said, becoming a black belt. It's not the same as being a white belt when you're fighting with somebody. It's a different approach. It's a different logic. It's a different receiving the blows and how you respond to them. Everybody looks good. Janice, want to say something or talk about something, or you have something?
I almost always want to say something,
Mhm.
but something that I had to work on when I was first working with you, and something that I still remind myself of when I catch myself doing it. And
Mhm.
that's attributing joy or happiness or sadness or whatever it is to something external and saying, it brings me joy. It
Yeah.
makes me mad.
We are not that feeling. First, it's our belief that's creating that emotional trigger, right? I hate this, anger. I love this, love, joy, excitement. Those are the extremes. Those are the belief core basis that we're saying we're using to trigger the emotion, or that the emotion is connected to, not triggering really. But so is that clear? It's your definition, your belief that you've created about this person, place, or thing that registers the emotion.
So if you catch yourself saying, I don't know, I'll just use my own example. Oh, working with clients on dreams really brings me joy. What would be the suggested way to turn that language around into something more conducive?
What do you mean? That doesn't sound like a problem.
Doesn't
If you're
sound like
working with
that's-
people that it brings you joy.
Well, I guess it's the phrase, it brings me joy,
Oh,
feels
I understand.
disempowering.
Oh, I'm excited about working with people's dreams. That's empowering, right?
And you turn it into an I, like
Yeah, it's an
I'm
I am.
excited. Okay.
Yeah, I am statements are the creator statements. Those are defining who and what you choose to experience in the moment. If you say, I'm a dumb shit, then, that's the mantra. A lot of people are telling themselves all the time with that voice in the back of their head or inside their head, and that's the thing that keeps us in a codependent place or in a place of victimization.
Yeah.
And I am a winner. I am a lovely person. I am balanced. I am whole. I am healthy. I'm responsible. I am aligned. I'm excited. I created. I do. Those are all nice statements to use for yourself. It's what a lot of people do when you have a relationship, you have a person that you're working with or together with, and you say, "Oh, that person makes me feel so good." You're placing the responsibility, and then when that person F's up on you, then you're like, "Oh, that guy, that asshole. Those people, what did they do? They ruined my life." That's victim state. That's not empowerment statements. That's not putting yourself as the creator saying, okay, I chose to be in this co-creation. I can choose to be engaged this person or not to engage this person. I can choose to see their good parts and become a vibrational match to those good parts, or I can choose to become a vibrational match to the shit parts. But again, you have that history. What's your pattern before? How many patterns like this have you created? How big is that pattern that you're in to put people down or judge in a negative way? When you jump out of that pattern and you say, oh, wow, he's a good person. Well, that pattern is now a very small pattern. It doesn't have a lot of energy to it. So then when you see him and the person does something bad, then you're really easy to go out of that good feeling pattern into the shit pattern because it's so much energy for it. This constant repetition, even though we're not really focused on it, that's that voice in the back saying, be careful, look out, it's dangerous. You need to do this for yourself, even though it doesn't end up well. These voices that are stopping us from living that life, that dream that we really want to see ourselves be in or to experience for ourselves, it's really challenging, and it's not something that can't be overcome because we created it. They're just beliefs and they're made out of air. And any moment we can shift out of that belief into something else. It's only the figuring out what's the process, How do I do it? And some people don't need a process. They just make the decision in the moment and say, wow, okay, I'm making this shift. This is what feels good. I'm excited about this. It's the story, the repeating of the story that gets so normal that we tell ourselves, it's not possible. I can't do this. This is how I am. Nobody recognizes it. I'm doing what I'm doing is right for me, but it's not, that inner feeling. That's why testing is such a great thing, and asking yourself, where am I on this belief about myself on a scale from 1 to 10? 10 is really impossible, but at 1 to 9. And then reevaluating it, breathe, go through the situation, detach yourself, see yourself, seeing yourself, watch it on a movie, and then look at it detached and see, oh, wow, look what he's doing to himself, or look what she's doing to herself. that's not helping her. Is that the choice that brings you closer to love and unity? Or is that making you right? Because that's what a lot of people end up dealing with, is that I want to be right. I'm not interested in the loving part because I'm not worth loving. But I'm interested in being right in this situation about this point. And that's where we suffer. That's where we hurt ourselves in the long run, because we're not choosing unity. We're not choosing that loving aspect for ourselves. And that's what we all face when we leave this space. We go back to our lives, and then we sit in our rooms, or we're by ourselves or with our partners, and then that voice is going off in the back of our heads, and it's challenging. And it's great that you've created a space for us to open up and talk in, and that you offer the service that you do, Janice, that help people look at contracts, that look at their dreams, and help them, yeah, make interpretations of it that help them see it in a better, clear way to make those steps forward. Because they don't happen overnight. They can, but usually they need time. It's like if we took a big chunk out of ourselves and then we tried to replace it, it doesn't give us that balance, that connection, because all these other sides are so out of whack when that middle new person comes in. All these informations from the old person don't agree, and all the future ideas from that person doesn't match. So it's so many things I could offer. You can change your past, you can give it a new story, and you can start to just say to yourself, well, that's not the person that I was. I'm this person now. I'm this creative person who's an assistant, or who's a director, or who's a podcaster, or who's a mother, a friend, somebody who cares about my community, and I'm making a difference. And that's how it's always been. Not that there's this person who's fearful or dependent or codependent, or those are the aspects and the realities that you can shift those past ideas and belief systems, and you can be in the present moment and choose the new you and offer it to be grounded in love and support and compassion. And the limits, there's no limits to it. It's infinite what you can do with yourself when you contain it all and you have that realization. So I think that's a lot to be said in such a short time. But I hope that I've helped every one of you and made it clear. And if there's anything else, I'll figure out a way to make myself available for private sessions for people.
How would people get a hold of you if they wanted to work with you?
You could just give them my email address, and they could contact me through email, tatmai@yahoo.com. It's a pleasure for me to be here and to offer what I know, because I know that people really are challenged with their beliefs.
With my hand on my heart, Eric, thank you so much for being you. Thank you for unwrapping your gift and sharing with us. And thank you, everyone, also for being open and vulnerable and
Yeah.
showing up however you are today. So thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Janice. I really thank you for having me here as your guest.